Hi guys. I said that I would update you every like 4 days on how things are going. It hasn't been anything too exciting. I kind of been holed up in the house because I live in Colorado. And I don't know if you watch the news, but we had like a snowmageddon or snownami or bomb cyclone, whatever you want to call it. It's like day 4 afterwards, and this is what it looks like. Still some residual snow, but really nothing too exciting. The front of my house does have a pretty big drift because it doesn't get very much sun. Other than that, everything's pretty much melted. The roads are great, everything's fine, we're all back to normal. So as you can see, I have makeup on and my hair is kind of done-ish, not really. I went on Friday to my pain doctor. And at first I felt a little guilty about it because I'm like, I see all these posts on the support group. So they're like, oh, I'm 3 weeks post PAO and I'm off my meds and blah, blah, blah. Well, good for them. They're overachievers. But I felt guilty at first because I was like, oh, I should be off pain meds and I should be off, I should be handling this and everything. But as it turns out, the nerve pain has officially gotten the best of me. And, if you're in pain and if you're having a hard time, there are ways to circumvent that so that you can be doing better mentally, because it's really hard to sit there and be in pain all day. And so I decided to take that route. And so I went and saw my pain doctor, and they put me on some gabapentin for my nerve pain, and actually that has worked fabulously. I don't know if you can tell, I'm a little more happy. I'm a little bit closer to my normal self. Gabapentin doesn't have too many bad side effects for me, at least. I do get a little sleepy, a little more chilled out. But other than that, my leg is doing great. I can barely, I still have some residual pain, but nothing unbearable where I can't handle it. Because before, the nerve pain, because it was so constant and so, just overbearing, that I would just sit there and try to play a game or zone out or do anything that I could just to get away from it. Because it was just constant burning, constant shooting pains, constant muscle spasms. And, that's really wearing on you when you're stuck in a chair and you can't really do anything else. I did graduate to my crutches today. That's why I'm having to move the camera back and forth, because I don't have my handy dandy walker to set my arm on. But yeah, so today I guess I'm just going to talk about you. What I mean by that is, like I said, I was feeling guilty about going to the pain doctor and getting something to help with this freaking pain in my leg. Honestly, if it wasn't for my nerve problems, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. It wouldn't be that hard to deal with. But the nerve pain, it was just killing me, because it was just bombarding you constantly. So lost track. Lost my train of thought. Anyway, the whole point of this was, don't feel guilty. Everybody heals at their own pace. Obviously there's that little part of you that's like, I want to be doing what they're doing. I see people 3 weeks post PAO and they can cross their legs and sit Indian style. I can't do that. I tried, but I have no external rotation. So that was frustrating. And then, seeing people off pain meds and off all kinds of meds and just taking their aspirin and their naproxen and etc. I was totally feeling like I wasn't excelling at the speed that I should be. When that's not the case. We all heal in our own time. We all are able to do things in our own time, and some people take longer than the others, and I have to take into account that a lot of the people that can sit cross-legged are a lot younger than me and maybe didn't have it, I don't know what's going on here, didn't have it as bad as me, because I had a pretty significant correction, and, I'm just going to have to go at my own pace, so in one hand, the support groups help a lot, but on the other hand, you're like, you overachiever. You're like, what are they doing? What am I not doing? What am I doing wrong? Also those people could have started PT before me, because I'm limited obviously until 6 weeks to start PT. So there's different varying factors and levels in your healing process, and you should never judge yourself versus somebody else, because it's just going to really depress you and get you down. And unfortunately, that's what I was doing. I was just like, and trying to do things that I probably shouldn't be doing, trying to, like, why can't I sit cross-legged? Because I can't, because it's not ready yet, because we're not there yet, And then there's also that odd sensation of, if you think about it, before your hip wasn't in a joint. And so now it's restricted, and it's like the weirdest feeling getting used to that. Because I'm like, I don't know, is this pain, or is this just me not, being able to do things like I did before? Because before I used to be able to kick myself in the face. The splits were no problem, and I could hyperextend my splits and put my face all the way to the ground. Yeah, because before I didn't have any restrictions on my hip. I didn't have a socket. Now, obviously my bone only moves so far, and it's like, nah, you have to loosen up your muscles and train it to get back to where it used to be. I mean, I'm never going to be as flexible as I used to be. I'm 29. I'm not a 5-year-old kid who can, bend themselves into a pretzel. I'm never going to be as flexible as I used to be, but eventually I will be flexible, just not as freakishly as I was before, which is not necessarily a terrible thing. But it is kind of just a little bit, because, being able to do a kick better than most people, it's kind of a cool thing when you're a dancer, at least. My extensions were bomb. So I'm going to have to get used to that, just being restricted. But, I'm not going to be able to heal the way other people are healing. I'm not going to be able to fold myself, into certain positions as quick as other people. And, you need to take that into consideration whenever you're healing. You're not going to heal like other people are. You're not going to be at a certain milestone, when somebody else is. You have to judge your own healing process. But, it's personalized. This healing is personalized to you. It is. You're going to heal only so fast. You're going to get so far only so fast. You can't push it, faster. You can't make it quicker, and not everybody's going to be off their pain meds. Not everybody's going to, be able to manage it with Tylenol and ibuprofen and things like that, and that's okay. Don't feel guilty about that if you have to go in and have a pain med, or have, like in my case, I'm taking gabapentin, which helps with nerve pain. You're not always going to be off those. Sorry, my arms get tired really fast. You're not always going to be off the meds. You're not. Maybe you are. Maybe you're not. But there's no point in suffering through this. If you are in a significant amounts of pain, and all you're doing is spending your days not interacting with anybody because you're sitting there trying to get your mind off of it and doing playing every mundane game you can find, just to keep your mind off the pain that you're in, then there's nothing wrong with you going and asking for help. That's what the doctors are there for. That's what the meds are there for. Unfortunately, not everybody reacts very well to certain meds, and so they prefer to be off them. Some people react really well to the meds. You just have to set a line for yourself. Especially if you're on narcotics. It's very important that if you're on narcotics, you have an end goal, like an end date. Like, once your pain starts getting better, you back off your meds. You deal with the pain. Yes, it's much nicer to not be in pain or to be oblivious of the pain, but, narcotics are not necessarily great for you. People have problems with them. And so you need to set an end date, like with my pain doctor when we talk. Because I was on tramadol before my surgery, just to get around and walk and everything, because I was just getting so bad, and the pain was just getting so bad in my back and my hips and everything. So they had me on tramadol, but we set an end date, like, hey, we're going to take this until this, this is the time I'm going to have my surgery. We're going to be off that, and then, we'll go from there. And I can manage the pain. The only thing I couldn't manage was the nerve pain. So luckily I don't have to be, I have pills for as needed use, which I don't take unless I absolutely have to. And then obviously the gabapentin I take 3 times a day. That's necessary because it legitimately is unbearable, and I can't explain the pain to you guys. But there's no sense of failure if you need to have your pain managed. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad asking for help. This is an extremely difficult surgery. It is extremely painful surgery. I don't know how many times I've said it in all my videos. They break your pelvis and then they screw it back together. You know, you have bones shaved off. You've got, if your labrum's torn, you have a labral repair. Like this is a lot, you know, and you're allowed to ask for help. You're allowed to be like, bow out and say, hey, I'm in pain. And in order for me to do physical therapy and function as a normal human being, even if I am restricted to mostly sitting in a chair, I need something to help with this. That's fine. You know, obviously don't abuse it. Use it within reason, you know, be responsible. But it's okay to ask for help. You know, it's okay to not be like everybody else. It's okay to heal at your own pace. It's okay to not push yourself. Doesn't mean you're being lazy. Doesn't mean you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're just healing at your own pace, you know? And unfortunately, you know, we have other people in our lives that are going to be like, well, this person can do this and this person can do that, you know? Well, that's great. That's that person. I'm me, and I can't do that yet. I'm not there yet. That's fine, because guess what? Everybody heals at different rates. There are varying factors in a human being that causes them to either heal faster or slower. I have a bleeding disorder. I've got several other problems. I'm not going to heal as fast as somebody else would, you know. But in some cases I'll heal faster than other people. So it's really just a matter of you focusing on you, and don't let anybody else get you down. Don't let all the things you see, you know, if you are on a support group, don't let them get you down, and just cheer them on for them getting as far as they are, because this is a difficult surgery. You know, we just all need to stay very positive and enthusiastic for each other whenever, you know, we are a part of those support groups, because it is a support group. You know, it's okay to have a day where you just want to complain and whine, because you know what? We just went through some crap, and they call it PAO warriors, because we have to be. We have to learn how to walk again, you know, walk differently than we used to. We have to relearn how to use those muscles. We gotta do a lot of stuff to get back to normal. And then if you have it bilaterally, I have it bilaterally, you have to go through it again on the other leg, you know, and then you have to learn how to walk normal with both legs at the same time, and use the correct muscles and walk the correct way, and not overextend certain, you know, your hip flexors and stuff like that. Like, it's a very complex process, and we can't push it harder than it needs to be. So relax, take a breath, you know, you're okay. You're doing fine. You are going at your own pace, and your own pace is perfect. Whether it's slow, whether it's fast, whether it's just whatever, you're doing great. You're doing awesome, and it's okay to ask for help when you need it. Don't ever feel guilty for that. But yes, so I survived the tsunami, the snowpocalypse, whatever you want to call it, of Colorado. It wasn't that bad. I used to live out in the middle of nowhere. It's Calhoun, Colorado. It's like 45 miles east of Colorado Springs, middle of nowhere, where the only place the snow has to stop is on your house. So, like, to me, it wasn't that bad. I live in the city now, so the world ended. I mean, we did have I-25 closed for like an entire day. Fair. Anyway, regardless, just remember, you are doing great, and you are amazing, and you are awesome for even having gone through this. So go you. Yay. I had an outing today. We took my son, my 10-month-old and my 11-year-old to the park today. It was his first time. He was kind of like, I don't know what to do, which was exciting because I haven't really been out of the house and I haven't really been able to do anything. I tried swinging. That was a bad idea. Don't do that. It's like right on your hip. It hurts. I tried. It was stupid. So I'll post some of those pictures and maybe a little video of that. But I hope you guys are doing great. And of course, if you have any questions or you just want to vent or you want to talk or you want to scream, feel free to message me, comment on this video, or friend me on Facebook. I'm always in the market for some new hip buddies, us hippies. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. And get out. Do things that make you feel good about yourself. Do your hair, do your makeup, do whatever. I mean, if you're a dude, do what dudes do. If you're a girl, then you know what I'm talking about. Do things that make you feel good, because otherwise you kind of get stuck in a slump. Okay? But I love you guys. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you guys later.